Listen to me, because I won't say this twice. There are two kinds of people in this world, those who bow and those who rise. And you, better make damn sure you're the one who rises. You've got one life, one shot, and you're letting people walk all over you. You're letting the world tell you who you are. Are you out of your mind? Every time you let someone insult you, every time you stay silent when they disrespect you, you're giving away a piece of your soul. And for what? Approval? Comfort? Look around. Do you think the people who win, who dominate, who build legacies give a damn about being liked? They don't. They don't beg, they don't ask, and they sure as hell don't lower their heads. Why are you bowing? Why are you accepting less than what you deserve? Where's your pride? Where's your fire? Are you so desperate to fit in, to be accepted, that you're willing to destroy yourself in the process? Stop it. Right now, let me tell you the truth no one else will. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody cares about your tears. The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. So if you want something, you've got to fight for it. And you fight with everything you've got. You think life is going to hand you success? You think they're going to clap for you when you start climbing? No. They're going to laugh. They're going to mock you. They're going to tell you you're wasting your time, that you're not good enough. And let me tell you something. It's your job to shut them up. Not with words, not with arguments, but with results. And those results won't come if you're weak. If you let them get inside your head, if you let them make you feel like you're less than what you are, your self-respect is your weapon. And if you don't protect it, if you don't guard it with everything you have, then you've already lost. You think this world is fair? You think people care about your struggles? They don't. This world will chew you up and spit you out without a second thought if you let it. And I'm here to tell you, you don't let it. Not today. Not ever. Every time someone doubts you, every time someone says you can't, you take that anger, that humiliation, and you turn it into fuel. Let it burn inside you. Let it ignite a fire so fierce that nothing, not their words, not their actions, can extinguish it. You have to be dangerous. You have to be a storm. You don't tiptoe through life hoping things get better. You tear through it like a hurricane, destroying every obstacle in your path. And don't think for a second that this is easy. It's not. This is war. Every single day you're in a battle, not just with the world, but with yourself, with your doubts, with your fears. And let me tell you something. You don't win wars by playing it safe. You win by standing tall, by facing every challenge head on, and by refusing to back down no matter how hard it gets. Let me ask you something. Who are you? What do you stand for? And how much does your self-respect mean to you? Because let me tell you this. If you don't have an unshakable respect for yourself, if you don't protect that at all costs, then nothing you achieve will ever matter. Without self-respect, you're building a house on sand, and it'll crumble the moment the winds of doubt blow your way. They'll tell you you're not good enough. They'll look you in the eye and try to crush you with their words, their opinions, their doubts. Why? Because the world is full of people who'd rather tear others down than build themselves up. They see something in you, something they're too afraid to chase for themselves, and their instinct is to break it, to break you. And the moment you let them do it, the moment you bow your head, compromise your values, or silence your voice just to fit in or be liked, that's when you lose. Not because they were stronger, not because they were smarter, but because you gave them the power to define you. You can't let that happen. You must never let that happen. Your self-respect is the foundation of everything you'll ever build. It's the armor you wear into battle, the fuel that drives you forward, and the fire that keeps you alive even when the world turns cold. Now let me be clear. Life isn't fair. It never has been and it never will be. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to fail, probably more times than you can count. People are going to lie to you, betray you, and leave you questioning your worth. And the worst part? Some of them will be the people you trusted the most. But here's the truth no one tells you. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. What matters is what you do next. When life punches you in the face, and it will, you have two choices. Lie down and let the world trample over you, or stand back up, wipe the blood from your mouth, and say, "Was that all you've got?" Because let me tell you something. They can take your money, your time, even your opportunities. But the one thing no one can take from you is your self-respect. That is yours and yours alone. The moment you realize that, you become dangerous. Dangerous to anyone who doubted you. Dangerous to anyone who tried to hold you back. Dangerous to a world that thrives on fear and submission. Because a person with self-respect doesn't need validation. They don't need permission to succeed. They don't need someone else to tell them they're good enough. They already know. Now, building an empire, it's not easy. It takes discipline. It takes sacrifice. It takes the kind of hunger most people don't have because they're too afraid to step out of their comfort zones. But if you're listening to this, I know there's something in you that refuses to settle. You don't want a mediocre life. You want to rise. You want to create something that can't be torn down. And for that, you're going to need every ounce of self-respect you can muster. You can't buy self-respect. You can't fake it. It's earned brick by brick through every decision you make. It's earned when you refuse to quit, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's earned when you stay true to yourself, even when others try to drag you off course. And it's earned when you stand up and say, I will not compromise who I am to make you comfortable. Let me tell you, the path ahead isn't for the weak. It's not for the faint-hearted. You're going to face obstacles, rejection, pain. And there will be moments when you want to give up, when the weight of it all feels unbearable. But in those moments, I want you to remember one thing. Empires are not built by cowards. They're built by warriors. And warriors don't quit. Look around you. This world, it belongs to those who refuse to bow. Those who refuse to shrink themselves to fit into someone else's box. Those who have the courage to say, I will build my empire, even if I have to do it alone. And if you're not willing to fight for it, if you're not willing to respect yourself enough to demand better, then step aside, because someone else will. But if you're ready, if you're truly ready, to claim what's yours, then listen closely. The only person standing in your way is you. Not them, not their opinions, not their doubts, you. And the moment you decide to stop letting them control your narrative, you become unstoppable. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to stand up. You're going to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am enough. I am capable. I am building my empire. And nothing, no person, no obstacle, no failure is going to stop me. And then you're going to go out there and prove it, brick by brick, day by day, fight by fight. You're going to rise. And when the dust settles, when the doubters are left speechless, and when the world sees the empire you've built, they'll realize one thing. They should never have underestimated you. Because you're not just a dreamer, you're a fighter, a builder, a conqueror. And the one thing they couldn't take from you, the one thing that made you unstoppable, was your self-respect. So don't wait, don't hesitate, go fight, build, and let the world watch as you rise to claim what's yours. You want to build an empire? Then act like it, talk like it, walk like it. Stop whining. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Nobody's coming. It's just you, your vision, and your ability to fight for what you want. Let the world mock you. Let them doubt you. Because when it's all said and done, when the dust settles, you're going to be the one standing on top. And they'll all be in the crowd, looking up at you, wondering how you did it. Here's how. You didn't break. You didn't give in. You didn't let their opinions, their judgments, their negativity define you. You fought like hell. You respected yourself enough to demand more from life, and you didn't stop until you got it. So here's what I want you to do. Stop apologizing. Stop explaining yourself. Stop living for others. Stand up, look them in the eye and say, I'm done playing small. I'm done begging for scraps. I will build my empire. I will claim my crown. And if you think you can stop me, try. And then, this is the most important part, you follow through. Not with words, not with promises, but with actions. You outwork them, outsmart them, outlast them, and when they're on their knees, exhausted, defeated, you'll still be standing because you've got something they don't. A spine made of steel and a heart that refuses to quit. This is your life, your empire, your story. Write it in blood and fire if you have to, but make damn sure it's a story worth telling. Because if you don't, if you settle, if you quit, you'll regret it every single day for the rest of your life. And let me tell you, regret is a prison you don't ever want to live in. So rise, fight, build, prove them wrong. And when you've conquered everything they said you couldn't, stand tall and let them know. You didn't just survive, you dominated. You didn't just exist, you ruled. You didn't just live, you built a goddamn empire. Now get out there and take what's yours.